Tuesday, the 25th of June 2013. Day one of the consolidated teachers' strike, and the effect is being felt all across the country. Learning in all public schools was paralyzed today.
Wilkista Nyabo has the latest on this developing story and will be joining us now from the City Center studio. Well, Wilkista, what else happened today in regards to the teachers' strike?
Well, Betty, there was a flurry of activity as stakeholders in the education sector tried to come together and to reach deals, and we will be looking at that later in this bulletin.
Well, and away from the city, our North Rift senior reporter Marcy Kandie is in Eldoret and will be bringing us all the very latest from that region. Marcy, good evening. What is the situation where you are?
Good evening to you, Eric and Betty. Indeed, we're coming to you live from the City of Champions, where the teachers' strike, the 7th since 1997, had become a reality, where students went to class, but there was no teacher in sight. There was no teacher on site. This and more details later on in this bulletin. Back to you, Joka and Betty.
Well, Marcy, looking forward to your detailed report. And from our Kisumu Bureau, Fred Omulo is standing by to tell us more on how the Lakeside region is coping with the effects of the strike. Omulo, is Kisumu City feeling the heat?
Kisumu City is definitely feeling the heat, literally as well as what you can call practically. No teachers, no learning, and the secondary school teachers who actually commenced their strike last week are rejoicing a little bit, seeing that they are being joined by their primary school counterparts and the KNUT counterparts who are demanding their allowances. So things are really hot out here at the Lakeside City. Back to you, Betty.
Thank you very much. All be on standby. We begin our bulletin with that teachers' strike that has paralyzed learning in most public schools. And Wilkista Nyabo has been following up this story for us today. Wilkista, over to you.
Thank you, Joka. Now, what happened in Nairobi today is that there has been a flurry of activity. Education in the stakeholders in the education sector just trying to come together and to come to a compromise on the very first day of the consolidated strike. We did see the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers meet with persons from the TSC, the Teacher Service Commission, and also from KOTU, from the Federation of Kenyan Employers, trying to come to a deal. They would walk out of that place feeling frustrated. They said that they were not given enough to call off the strike. We also saw the Kenya National Union of Teachers absolutely boycott that meeting. They say they're not interested in anything except their dues. And in the midst of all this, there were the students who were left stranded. We have students who are actually left literally stranded by their teachers who had accompanied them to the drama music festivals in Maralal and abandoned them when the Kenya National Union of Teachers called for a strike. Let us now have a look at what the first day of the consolidated strike was like.
On Tuesday morning, it dawned on the country that teachers in public schools would not turn up for work, leaving students to their own devices. While in most schools, the candidates responsibly conducted revision sessions, for other students, the strike provided a welcome reprieve from the tedium of daily lessons, allowing them to enjoy an extended play period that began the moment they stepped into the school compound. But it wasn't all fun and games. Hundreds of pupils would find themselves stranded in Maralal owing to the strike. The over 100 students from Baragoi, Wamba and Barsaloi had traveled to Maralal to attend the music festivals. When the Kenya National Union of Teachers called for a strike, the teachers who had accompanied them abandoned them.
Sasa walimu ndio hawa wameanza kutoroka, wameanza na wazazi pia, wazazi tumeanza kushangaa. Watoto wote watarudi namna gani?
Desperate parents spent the day hoping for a speedy resolution to the stalemate. Their hopes raised by the news that KOTU, the Federation of Kenya Employers, and the Cabinet Secretary for Labour had important announcements to make, only to be dashed when the government announced that the 1997 pay deal teachers are agitating for had been overtaken by events.
If it were a CBA, it would have given the Teacher Service Commission an authority to go to the government to look for money. But it was not there.
Talks between the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers and the Teacher Service Commission bore no fruit, as both maintained hard stances.
We have given instructions to the head teachers and our county directors, both of education and TSC, to ensure that we get accurate reports on attendance and other issues that may be taking place in the school setup.
The excuses that they have given are not sufficient enough or reason to ask our teachers to go back to work.
Mgomo unaendelea.
NAT leaders who did not attend the meeting vowed to stay put until their demands are addressed to their satisfaction. The first day of the strike now ending with the parties locked in a stalemate.
Lale, lale, walimu musilale.